All right. So one of the biggest backlashes from the last interview came from your man, DJ G.I. Joe. Okay. He made a 14-minute video going off on you. He criticized you, faking a visit with the medium. He said you and I didn't realize this at first too, that he was commenting on all the interview clips too.
Oh yeah, he was getting active.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to that. But you know the video that he made about you, he put it on unlisted, right? I only found it again because I went to go look for it because I wanted to remember what he said, but then I couldn't find it. Then I went to our inbox and I saw you had sent it to me, and I sent it to you, whatever, and it was still there. So I watched it. But you made a post saying, join the mailing list now, keep people like DJ G.I. Joe off the streets and give them loving home environment they deserve. Gayforfood.org. Keep our streets safe. No man should be without a home. More organized breakdancing, less violence, more man-on-man love, less punani. I wonder which gang DJ G.I. Joe breakdanced his way into. Happy Cinco de Mayo, y'all. I don't have Joseph's Cash App, but if you know it, feel free to DM it. No man should be without the warm embrace of a taco today, and I don't want Joey's debt standing in the way of him getting a good meal like the kind I eat on the daily. Hey, Joey, you know how you laughed at the end when you said, I come from the streets? That made me laugh too. Thank you.
Yeah, like, congratulations, DJ G.I. Joe. Like, he definitely did come from a shit environment. That's a given. How, like, no one's questioning that because you're such a piece of shit. You clearly came from shit. No one comes from like a great back, except for like Chet Hanks or whatever that Tom Hanks' son is, the fucking weirdo. Like, you clearly came from a shit environment and never stepped out of being shit. I'm from Toledo, Ohio. It's literally ranked the second most miserable city in America. You don't see me glorifying the shit. I rose above it and became a better person and did good things for those in Toledo and did good things for those around the world. Like, you're from the streets. Congratulations. Bro, if it push came to shove, I'll blow your fucking head off. Clearly, you didn't get the memo from Immortal Technique. Like, there's no harm to come to M80. We're not going to physically try and harm this person for defending our brother how he feels like he has to defend our brother. And I'm not going at any of their necks and some crazy shit. At one of the Wu-Tang shows in Orange County, Ontario, Tech's right-hand man came up to me and was like, I love you. And I know that shit's been kind of rough the past few months, but like, I kind of had to see through the shit to really understand your perspective. And, you know, we hugged it out. We took a flick together. I posted it. Like, and that's what it's been, dude. Like, since, you know, I turned the master rights over to the youngest daughters and they get weekly accountings and all the money is going to them. And I literally walked the talk. I've gotten hundreds of apology messages from people I've never met that just whatever. And I do occasionally still get the message like, you like an asshole to Chino's family and blah, blah, blah. Clearly, again, just choosing not to educate themselves to the facts of it all. But like, if Chino's family, like your Bellas and Lyrics and their moms are saying like, yo, we don't fuck with you. And she didn't really fuck with you like that. So stop making up this narrative. Joe can't help but run with it because it's not like he has anything else going on in his life. This is like the biggest thing ever for DJ G.I. Joe and Chyna. And I would trade $1 million fucking dollars if I could to have Chino back alive and well. But now these people have life purpose. I was helping Chino while he was here. I'm going to continue to while he's gone. I brokered a deal for Rakim a few weeks ago, and as part of my commission, I worked in a car for Lyric. Lyric's going to turn 16. And I got her a car. The Range Rover I bought for Chino, Chyna and them are trying to steal. Like, they're like, well, it's ours. And it's like, I didn't buy it for you. Like, what are you talking about? It's yours. And like they again, they think there's $1 million at the end of the rainbow here. You know, they've launched the Chino XL website to sell shit. They launched this is crazy, by the way. We're going to talk about this for a minute. They launched the autographed action figures. Okay. You're never going to get an autographed anything from Chino again. Right?
Right.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. I wrote them, and that deal was done when I was management. I said, take the 20% you owe me and give it to Chino's youngest daughters. And the people that made the action figures are like, we're not giving you or them shit. I'm like, okay, what about the action figures? And they're like, we didn't set aside any comps for them. The people that made the action figures are saying we're not even going to give an action figure of their father to the youngest daughters. And so I do what M80 does, and I put that out there in the world. Bro, they've been selling action figures for 4 months and haven't sold 50 of them shit.
Wow.
So because the world gets to see you for how fucking gross you are, there you go. Go make your little bit of gross money. They haven't sold more than 100 shirts or aprons or mugs or hats or whatever the fuck on ChinoXL.com because people see through the bullshit. We sold a great number of the Map of Bones pieces of merch because they were actually designed and in stock. They were designed by Lyric and Bella. Like all the shit on ChinoXL.com is like drop ship. Like you order it, it gets pressed and shipped. Like they don't have an inventory of aprons and shirts. And I think that's gross because like if I said these action figures were mine and I was selling them, they'd be gone in a week. Who wouldn't want something signed by Chino when you can never get something signed by Chino again? But the world got to see them for the growth individuals they are.
Kind of doubling back on what we were talking about earlier with the music, right? When things aren't done in the vision, of the artist, or it's not genuine in that vein, I think the fans can tell, right? The fans can see it. Like you've said before, like Chino would never sell this stash box of weed or whatever. Like he would never do that. Like it's just not something that fits his whole, brand, right?
Yeah, like the stash boxes when the guy didn't smoke weed.
Right. Like that sort of stuff. So do you feel like there is any way that you and Chyna could come to any resolution at this point?
No, and it's not because of me. It's because they've had ample opportunity to just apologize to me.
So if they came and apologized, you would be okay. You would consider.
I sent Chyna a message like 8 months ago when I talked to one of Chino's exes that was friends with Chyna. And the ex made it seem like Chyna was going to write me and apologize and like just use me. Cause I remember after she passed, like, whatever you need, I'll do it for free. I'll help you however I can help. You owe me nothing. So after having this conversation with one of Chino's exes, I wrote Chyna. I texted her. I'm like, I'm looking forward to us working together for like the betterment of T's legacy preservation. Of course, to no text back. And this was months after they had shit talked me to death. But a lot of people like a Chyna or a Stacey Castro or a DJ G.I. Joe, they're never going to apologize. They're never going to admit that perhaps they were wrong. They're so invested into the M80's the scum of the earth campaign that they can't do it, bro.
And do you think that at this point, because so much has happened since those 8 months, right? It's gotten worse. That it's.
Well, you're over. It's been a year. He passed a year ago, like 2 days ago.
Right, but you said 8 months ago you had wrote her, right? So you were willing to forgive at that time if things were okay, but it's gotten so much worse.
I don't have anything personal against these people. I don't even know them. I've met Chyna one time in my life after Chino passed. Remember, I didn't know she existed during Chi's lifetime. I've never met Lady London. I've never met her mom. Like, I think it would make sense that Lady London and her mom would be one of the first to apologize to me. Her mom had the audacity to put on social media that I didn't pay for the funeral, that I didn't pay for Chino's stem cell transplant shit. And it's like, what are you talking about? I have the receipt from the funeral house. I have the receipt from the stem cell surgical center. Like, well, those could be doctored. I'm like, how fucking dumb are you? You think I'm willing to risk my livelihood My ability to navigate the music business and be a factor, like, and not in my mind, in the reality of the business, for making up lies about assisting in the life aid of another man. No, come on. So they were so into the bullshit they were sold from China and Stacy, like they can't snap out of it, even though I proved them all wrong. And just like the person I talked to, I forgot that they only knew Chi when it was like Chyna and the Stewart side of the family, and not really too well when Chino had his other kids and my role in his life and stuff. So I expected to talk to someone like you mentioned, Michael Rappaport, and being someone that's intelligent, objective, thinking that they would utilize those same character skills. But no, they were just like, you're the scum of the earth. You really put the family through it, and well, I just want to see the family have the rights. And I'm like, are you not familiar with the fact that I literally turned over 2 albums? You don't own 0 albums in his lifetime, but now his youngest daughters own 2 of them. Like, so I knew then that nothing in the reality of the situation mattered. You're going to pick the side you want to be on, and that's what it is. So it actually makes my day to day easier knowing, like, you can't rationalize with irrational people. And I'm not going to waste my time trying to make you love me. I love the fact I'm able to take care of myself and my family. Everything else is fucking secondary.